Namo Guru Dev Namo Namo Guru Dev Namo. Let's do one more inhale. Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ad Guren mein, Jugad Guren mein, Sat Guren mein, Shri Guru Deven mein. Ad Guren mein, Jugad Guren mein, Sat Guren mein, Shri Guru Deven mein. Ad Guren mein, Jugad Guren mein, Sat Guren mein, Shri Guru Deven mein. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome everyone, and this person reached out to me and said, teach this workshop, what is your topic? I thought about it in a simple way. Walk and the way will appear. If you all need pillows or what, anything to make yourself comfortable, use it. I'll keep the class very simple, and then we can maybe interact and have questions and answer. Now, how many times have you come to this camp or come here? First time. What brings you here? You took a class somewhere?
A friend of mine recommended.
Okay. Yourself, you have come a few years.
I've come a
Few years. Okay. So, this is the Sikh Dharma booth, and Sikh means student, learner, always experiencing till the end of life. And actually Sikh Dharma is not a religion, it's a lifestyle. And I know we look religious with the turban, the beards, but it is a whole science, even the turban and everything. So it's a lifestyle. Today I will share maybe about 2 meditations we will do that you can simply practice your whole life till the day you pass away. We are in different times, and personally, I'm from Singapore. I live in Malaysia. Singapore is a city, it's very developed, and it's an island. So there are no natural resources. And the Prime Minister of that time, very intelligent, very visionary, he ran Singapore a certain way, which I've come to appreciate, seeing things the way they are. But it is 1 degree above the equator. It's a real hustle and bustle. It's, it's just really rushing. And it's very interesting over the years, but definitely the element of stress is very high. And our teacher, they call Siri Singh Sahib, I call him Yogi Ji, whatever. He said these times is a high level of stress and anxiousness, and you can feel it, and sometimes you feel it daily. There might be times you have a space that you go through, or maybe a bit of an anxious attack, or just some stress. It can be you are experiencing it, or you're just picking up from the environment. I don't know what kind of environments you all live in, but I live there, and Yogiji's teachings for me have really worked and helped. I'm born Punjabi, which culturally we are born as Sikhs, culturally. And it's like it's been in the generations being a Sikh. But because we have become very comfortable as Punjabi Sikhs, uh, we don't, as a culture, we may not experience it as much or research it as much. I was born to a father who's a very straight man. He did counterintelligence for Singapore. Very disciplined man, like, and very honest. Even though he did counterintelligence, but he had a remarkable story. He was born in Singapore. My mother was born in India. And she was came from a simple village. When she passed away, we went to the village and they told me she used to take the cows. We call it the cow shit. They dried up and there was a gurdwara. She used to go and serve. But my mom was a very prayerful person. She would get up every day. We will have Sri Guru Granth Sahib. She would be up latest by 5 the day she's tired. Shower and do japji, do the banis and read from the Guru. But her prayers were very powerful. So I'm just sharing from culturally how I came and how I came to experience Sikh Dharma. And among the Punjabi Sikhs, we had met saints. You go to this saint, you go there, like the mom would say, come, go get blessed, come. And my father would not give us an option. Sundays we would go to Gurdwara. Those days Gurdwara for us, like me, who came from a bit of a background, was very boring, But he didn't give an option. 7 o'clock up latest, shower, 8 sharp we are leaving. Be ready, go to Gurdwara. And I would just melt in the Gurdwara. Like Granthi would sit. And I would sit 30 minutes, then go down. And I would melt of boredom. Then I'm going to connect. Let me share with a story with a few of us, and I thought it would be a few in the first place, and which kind of I'm very comfortable with. I mean, in the teacher's world, we have a territory and all. I teach to a lot of people and workshops and that. This is really nice for me, honestly. So, I studied in the Singapore education system. I couldn't connect. Just memorize and point out in your exam. I needed something deeper. I was so bored in school. And for my father, being Punjabi was very important. We would become a teacher, a lawyer, or a doctor. And I just didn't go that route. So I wasn't doing very well. And then I met this man, Rajveer Singh. He came to my father. He was the president of a Sikh youth organization. He was raising money. My father thought, he said, look, we need to raise money for the youth organization. We do camps for the Sikh youth. My dad at first hesitant. Then my dad worked hard with a double-story house. So I walked down. I met Sri Singh 16 years old. I walked down. And he saw and he said, what do you do? Rajveer Singh said, I'm a lecturer in the university. I'm just sharing my start point of my life. I'm a lecturer. He was a Punjabi Sikh man, but he had a glow. Like Punjabis, if we don't have a practice, culturally we are Sikhs, Unless you have an experience, that's a spark. So when I came down, I said, I've grown up in the Punjabi community and I saw, this man looks different. There's a light on his face. He wore a white turban, he spoke very well. And at 16, I said, wow, he looks different. He's unique. I don't see many people in my community like that. So my dad said, what do you do? He said, I teach engineering at the college. He had a master's. My dad investigated. You have a master's. He did it in Belfast University in Ireland. Then he said, okay, my son is a bit of a bum. Teach him maths and science. Can you do that? I said, yeah. He said, yeah, no problem. Twice a week he comes to me. I'll give you a donation every month for a year. And then my dad said, I'll give you, and he was happy, he was raising money. He did this, it was an NGO. So I went to his house, and his apartment, he was given a staff apartment, was written House of Guru Ramdas. I was like, we being culture, Guru Nanak or Guru Gobind Singh, being Punjabi 16, say House of Guru Ramdas. So I walked into his house. He taught me brilliantly. He said, look, I'll teach you 30 minutes. I'm going to give you a 15-minute break. I teach you 30 minutes. I'll give you a 15. You can walk in my house, take water. He just said, it's better. He understood I wasn't doing well, so he kept it short, went through the essences. Where I studied, on the wall was the picture of Yogi Bhajan. Yogi Bhajan in the autobiography was looking like that. Below was written, faith can move the mountains, otherwise stones are heavy. And I just sat there. He tutored me during breaks. I look at Yogi Bhajan's picture and his eyes, and I was just perplexed. I said, what a face, man. What a coat. My mind, who is this man on the wall? I was very shy. So during the break, I said, Jasmeel, is he your father? Your grandfather? His answer was unique. If he had answered to me in a Punjabi way, I would have. If he said he's a Baba, I would have I met many of them. He said he's a spiritual man in the States. I said, what's a spiritual man? My mind just... And even his answer, I just imprinted. Then during the breaks, I would go to his room. He had a library, yoga, how to know God, the man called Siri Singh Sai, Sikh Dharma teachings, autobiography, Guru Nanak, Guru Gobind Singh. But I saw this book, the man called the Siri Singh Sai. And in Punjab, I've never heard a name, and I plucked out and I saw Krishna called. She's African American. She was in a posture. And me being Punjabi at that time, I'm talking about 1993. I'd never seen that. I saw the picture and I said, my God. And I started to cry. Then I read the stories that they were teaching yoga in a prison, and this guy in prison wrote a letter that he did some massive crime. This yoga teacher used to come and he started meditating. He wrote that how from his ribcage, the guilt, he did yoga and meditation. And I said, my God, if these people of a different culture are practicing, what am I doing? I'm born in this as a culture. And I started to cry. But 15 minutes is up. He's very specific. So at 30 minutes, I wiped my tears, put the book back, wash face. Next, I was looking forward for the 15-minute breaks. Done, exams so finished. He tutored me 2.5, 3 months. I did decently well. But before I get to that, I want to come to my story of experience, Sikh Dharma or Sikhi. And then we'll do 2 meditations. I'll open up. It's a very easy class for me today. We have done a lot of yoga and meditation. You can go to your neighborhood and find out a Kundalini yoga teacher. It's there. But I just want to teach something different today in a way. Exams finished, and usually we get 2 months break. I would go to party or go to the movies. But next day I went back to his house. My dad said, okay, tell me how much money you need every day. Where are you going? Tell me the plan. I said, I'm going back to Jasmeel's house. He said, why? My dad said, why? He was a bit, because I wasn't a very good student. So he was a bit surprised that I'm going back. Usually I would go out with my friends and all. So Jasmine said, I said, I want to come and read your book. So I took out the man called Siri Singh Sahib. I went through, I got my diary and I wrote the quotes. I memorized the book. I went through the parts. That's it. Then Jasmine started, I said, can you teach me basic yoga and how to chant Simran, chanting. Simran, okay, I'll get to all this later. So he taught me, he gave me one mala. That's it, man. I started simple. Vaheguru, Vaheguru. Then I would walk back in the evening. There were a lot of trees. I would walk back from his apartment to my home. And in these trees are 200-300 birds. And 6:37, my mom said, Rera Stabela, your evening prayer time. I said, look, even the birds are chanting. I should chant. I just started chanting and chanting and chanting and chanting and chanting. I would walk, chant, sit down, chant. And that autobiography did it for me. Then exam results came. I did decently well, so my dad was happy. So my dad bought me a ticket to Los Angeles. That time Yogi Bhajan was in LA in 1995. And I cried. He said, you have done well. I didn't expect you to pass. I mean, you were bumming around. And it was a 30-day ticket. He got a deal on Northwest Airlines, $800 at that time. I don't know, I came out of my body. As a teenager, I said, I hugged my dad, and my dad doesn't really hug. And I went to the Guru's room and I cried. And I was leaving in about 5 days. I was so excited that I was going to meet Yogi Bhajan in this autobiography. I ended up in LA. Rajveer Singh picked me up. He's here. He brought me to Sri Guru Bani Sadhana Ashram in LA. I saw Rajveer in an American suit, and I didn't know what to say, what to tell him. He said, how is it a Punjabi youth? I'm talking about 1995, like you from Singapore. I told him the whole story. I got to Sri Guru Bani Sadhana. I saw 2-3 American Sikhs, and then he said, this evening Yogi Bhajan is teaching. I said, I have to see him. He said, yeah. So in the autobiography, he said, when you go to a teacher, bring a gift. Don't go empty-handed. So I bought a flower. There was this roses by some place. I bought a red flower. I had limited budget my dad gave me, so I had to plan it. And I go to class, Yogi Bhajan walks in, he's tall, he's got the penetrating eyes. And I saw the eyes that I saw in the book. I'm sitting in class behind. I have no idea what's happening. I'm just fixed on him. At the end of class, I walk up and he said in Punjabi, "Aa gaya tu, you have come." No one told him that he said, he gave me like a thapi, like in Punjabi, they said on the back, bam. I was like, and I give my flower, but I didn't know what to say. Then I explained, like, I've come, I went through this, I've come to study with you, I'm so happy, and I'm almost in tears but holding back. He said, I want you to study here with strength, in Punjabi, saying it. He said, tu ete bandagi kal, shakti dena, फिर तू जाके Singapore, Malaysia पढ़ाई पर with shakti देना. He said, I want you to study here with strength though. Then you go back and teach with strength. And I'm like, teach what? But I said, okay. I told him I'm here, I got 30 days that I'm here. So I went to Yoga West in Los Angeles, 3:45 in the morning I would do sadhana and I would do the classes till 8 at night. I was 19. I was fit at that time, but I was exhausted. And I don't know what you guys have heard about Yogi Bhajan, but I can tell you, that he was a great businessman. Whatever you see in the brochure, you don't know the man beyond the brochure. He to me, kept classes affordable. My classes were 10 USD and 15 USD. I paid 10 as a student till he passed. Workshops he charged, tantric he charged a bit more. But it wasn't expensive back in the day. And when I couldn't afford the 10, I would clean toilets there at Yoga West because I worked out my budget with Rajveer Singh. He was very good with me. And I did these classes, did long Akaal. Then I came back 19 and I had to go back serve the military. I did tantric here. And I'm going to connect this to a sadhana that we're going to do a breath and meditation. During tantric, you know, you're going to do eye to eye and you could kind of see someone's soul in a way. And I just cried and came out of a rib cage like this prison, you know. Because my culture, if we are not as Sikhs, is we have a lot of guilt. So when I was young, I had a sexual abuse by the neighbor. And the way it was, no, you can't do this, or you're a sinner, you can't do this. So I was very fearful and guilty. But in tantric, when you meditated and you just, like you would meditate, and I would just all this guilt, this crap, this conditioning, like poured out, and I just cried the first few exercises. So that was my journey, and Yogi Bhajan taught me Kundalini Yoga, that I understood the body, I understood sexuality, that I had repression and guilt, that look, it's normal. It's from here, you go up here, back here, when you do yoga, you meditate. And then in that as 19, but in the most recent years, you are able to recognize your states and just sit and recognize them. And as we were talking, Kirtan, I know you've done a lot here, might be, but where you don't have a judgment on your past, where you don't put yourself, like you in your meditation, you see the states, but you don't put an opinion, this is good, this is bad, you know, that kind of thing. And that's a simplification of the state. But for me, where I had so much guilt as a teenager, as a young man, guilt of being who I am, and this freed me. So I spent a lot of time. It is by the grace of the Guru that you arrive to these states. All I can share with you is, it says, walk and the path will appear. You need to investigate it yourself. And we are at a state, we are not selling you Sikh Dharma. You come for the camp, you pay a charge, it's an energy exchange, but it can't be sold to you. And neither I'm going to sell you Yogi Bhajan and say, he was so great, follow us, Kundalini Yoga. Personally, I don't care about that. Because I've come to a point in my life where I had that guilt. We've done Kundalini Yoga and meditation, we still do it by the grace of the Guru. I'm going to carry on till whenever my body can do it. I love it, it's freed me. And it's like Yogi Bhajan gave me a key to free me, to be able to experience and then see the other saints too, and appreciate and take something from everyone. So my suggestion to you is, do your practice, and the practice will become your guru. And don't worry about, then you need to investigate and approach it in that manner for yourself. Like Yogi Bhajan would say, long Akaal does this, Akaal Sadhana, the one you do in the morning sadhana, and I practiced it at that time I couldn't sit for very long. So I did it 15 minutes for 6 years. And I said, yeah, I did this. This practice does this. So you approach it in that manner. You practice and have an experience with it. Any questions? And we would love for a very honest expression. Really honestly, if you have a question and something we can contemplate about. Yes.
So, the situation that you're talking about is looking at things very neutrally. That's the word I use. Let's just go with a neutral state of mind. There's a part of looking at things neutrally where acceptance comes into play. And I'm trying to place that in what you're saying. Is it before? Is it after? And what has to happen? What kind of interaction has to happen for the acceptance to happen? Because I'm feeling like neutrality and the action of acceptance.
For me, it took time, and it's still going to take time till the end of my days. But for me, it was a ferocious intention to do the 2-3 meditations every day. I just did it, and I just ate the meditation. I chewed it, and I was able to release my crap. These stories of me, of putting myself down. You're not good enough. And I would get jealous easily. In the culture, we gossip and like example, let's say someone, Mantek has 2 Mercedes, and I'll feel, he's my friend. I should be happy for him, but inside I'm jealous. It's this culture conditioning that I can't see him for him, but I can't do it like him. I can't. I never could. So this story that just break me. But the Kundalini yoga and the meditation allowed me to work with that, stay, and then the energy of that story changes. That story starts to free up, starts to relax, and then it's able to leave my body. It takes time, and we say it takes the grace of the Guru too. To you, Guru might be the Kundalini yoga, the chant, and in that the DNA of the Guru will appear to you. So my suggestion is, have a practice. Do it every day and start to hang out. It's hard to find in these times very inspiring people all the time or positive. But have 2-3 friends like that and hang out with them. And then hang out with someone that challenges you too in a good way. And you will be able to walk and walk and walk and walk. Do I have an answer for your clarity? To a certain level at this point, because I'm having the same experience. But I'm able to forgive my past more and free up the stories of me. I'm not good enough. I'm a sinner. I sexually did this. So I can't be a Sikh because I did that. I'm not good enough. Look at these other people. Look at these other teachers. I can't be like them. First, we were talking about you try to be like them. Then you merge, and you need to let them go, and you will merge where you become you. It's a lifelong journey. Does that make sense? Any question from you?
So what do you mean when Yogiji told you to do the practice with Shakti?
He said with strength, which means my style is when I do something very passionately. And people know me. So what he said, you do it passionately, you do it with love. And I did that every day, the beginning with love. And then he knew my lingo. He was very good. If Mante there is a Nihangsi, Yogiji will use his lingo. If you are something, Yogiji will use your lingo. If you come as a scientist, he knew how to present it to you in that world. My brother had some problems. And when he met Yogi Bhajan used nothing but filthy language with him. But my brother, and said a certain state that only my brother knew that he had a fantasy about. But Yogiji had to use his language. And when my brother came off, he said, did you tell him that? How does he know? But he was very good at just mirroring you. So he mirrored me the language that I would understand to start me off, And it doesn't matter now. You practice. Then he would cut, they say, the Buddhists say, when you see me on the path, halfway cut my head. Like then at some point you're merging in the teaching. And it's no more about him. But he just needs to start you off, And that's Yogi Bhajan on this land story. You might have a different teacher, and a good teacher will start you off. And then you're walking on that path. Any question, one thing? Kirtan, anything want to share?
I just love what you said, that the discipline becomes your guru.
Yes.
It's so true. And that's where the acceptance comes in, because you have an experience. You have an experience, and that's when you can release, you can let go of the doubts and the questions, where the neutrality comes in.
Yeah.
So, let the discipline become your guru.
Yeah, and that's what the 10th Guru said. Guru Gobind Singh said that. And he was, in 3 minutes, we'll start a breath, because I don't want you to. I just feel that you have done a lot in 6 days here. Yoga, meditation, tantric. So we can do, I have a breath, 2 breaths to do, and a chant to do. Guru Gobind Singh, we can talk about a bit later as the second story. All right. So we'll start with a reference point. During COVID, because it brought a change of the times too, right? Corona means, when I check the meaning, coronavirus, COVID, in Malaysia, Singapore, they call it corona. Corona means crown, to crown yourself, the virus of the crowning, the virus of the third eye, the virus of your identity. And this is a time, I'm from Malaysia, Singapore. So I come to America. To me, the language of this land is, in America, is very me too. LGBT. I don't know who I am. No, I'm a dog, I'm a cat, I'm bisexual, I'm this. It is valid, it's a truth. But it's to a point where we will come to a time when people won't know their identity. Am I a man? What am I? Am I a woman? Everyone is going to, the question of just your identity, who you are. And a spiritual teacher and the discipline will bring you to that. And then you can experience yourself in others. If a person is bisexual, you can feel that person. A person is gay, you can feel it. Like you are one with all. Because you are like merged, you are God. And it all is one. And you are able to see them without a judgment of the story. And then you arrive to a point where you are merged, you are meditated, you are present. And then let's say Mantek is merged, he's merged, he's relaxed. I can come around him and a gay person can come and feel peace. A bisexual can come. The animal can come and your presence is just bringing presence to others. And you are not worried what the other person is. You know? That's what Sikh Dharma is. It is a path of merging you. Coronavirus is virus of the crown, where you fear. Everyone is fearful now. There's a lot of fear, especially when you travel in aeroplanes. Everyone is fearing everything. So it's a fear. During coronavirus, and I'm going to end off with sharing, I don't want to make it too long, I humbly apologize to you, but this was important to me in my present time now. I researched depression and cold depression from Yogi Bhajan's teachings, and I took 3 months of 2.5 hours a day. His diagnosis on depression and cold depression at these times is spot on. We can talk more about that later, but I'm going to share a breath to do. When everything is so given out, you don't feel you have enough energy. This is a breath called develop your pranic energy, your prana. Okay? And in Sri Guru Granth Sahib there's a line, O Prani, use your pran to meditate on the name of God. O holder of the pran, you have a certain amount of breath in your life. Use your breath to meditate. This kriya brings a lot of energy. It's not very difficult, and it's very good in these times when you can teach others, when people are very tensed and anxious, like in a very always doubting everything. This allows you to come together. So it is never to be done beyond 5 minutes. We are only going to do it 3 minutes. It's simple, a bit challenging too. Not postures and all. Stretch out your legs, shake the legs. It's a simple breath. It lambasts the fear out of the body. Shake the legs. We won't do much yoga. I'll be doing 2 kriyas for breath. And we're going to do 2 chants and end up with a story. We'll finish within 45-50 minutes. Okay, my dear friends, this is a very powerful breath. It is never to be done 5 minutes. Beyond 5 minutes, you do it in 3. Watch this. You sit relaxed. Eyes are open, choose one position. You suck the air. Example, watch. You keep inhaling through the O mouth. Suck the air, suck the air, suck the air. Yogi Bhajan says it magnifies your prana into a multi-million cycle. It builds your breath powerfully, your pran. He says it changes the way you think. It takes away the tension, this constant feeling of anxiousness sometimes we feel. And that anxiousness is there. Like the story, I'm not meditating. I feel separate. They look good. What's wrong with me? This, that just self-negating story. This kind of busts it out. Gives you a break from that.
And do you exhale through your nose?
Yeah. Thank you for the question. Yogiji said keep inhaling, keep inhaling, keep inhaling. When you really feel you need to exhale, you exhale. He said, don't worry about the exhale. When you really need to exhale. And he said, you will sweat. And this is a breath, there are two breaths I give people who are going to panic attacks and have depression. When a person is depressed, they need to move and they need to build their prana. This is something you can teach people who are having a bit of depression in their lives, even in your families. You can do it with them. For them, there will be a challenge to even do 3 minutes, you do 60 seconds. Be powerful. My dear friends, sit, relax, just relax, okay? Suck the air, never beyond 5 minutes, okay? Let's do it for about 2 to 3. Sit straight, you will relax, you ready? Like that. Yeah. Choose a point, eyes open. It brings energy to the eyes too. He said, take away the tiredness and the tension. Allow yourself to sit straight. It builds the prana. Yeah, perfect. Then try to lengthen the inhaling breath. When you really can't take it, you exhale. Sit straight, try not to move the body, just 'Heart, mind, soul', another 1 minute 15 seconds. That's it. Dil dena with your heart. Feels so good. 50 seconds left. 50 seconds. Heart, mind, soul, come on. "31 seconds left. 100%. 10 seconds. My dear friends, inhale. Calmly hold the breath. Be with it. Listen and feel everything. Exhale. Stretch out the legs. This relaxes the armpit area and pushes out, and just stretch out the legs like that. Back in my home, they say when I retire, I will shake my legs. I've not seen anyone in Singapore retire and shake their legs because they're not doing it daily. I know, I'll tell later I'll do this. I will do nothing. I never see them doing it. Because by the time they retire, they're so unhealthy. This has to be done daily to shake your legs. You know, Yogi Ji said that there will be a time people will come to you and say, please show me how to do this, to relax. Sometimes we spend a lot of money going on a holiday, but because the mind stories are so personified, like you come back, you get more tired. So this has to be done daily. This breath kriya can be 2 to 3 minutes every day. The ending is hold, then exhale. It takes away tension and crushes a doubting mind. It does not give it space. It fills it up with prana. Okay, second breath exercise we're going to do. Not a tough class. And if you're feeling sleepy, allow yourself to yawn fully. Don't hold it back. You need to relax too. Okay, before we do that, just do this. Inhale, shrug up all the way. On the exhale, allow the drop. I know it's a very underrated exercise that we do mechanically. I want you to do with your heart, mind, soul. Inhale. Yeah. Allow yourself to sit straight. Chest a bit out. Inhale, exhale. Now start listening to the sound of your breath. All I want you to do is that. Listen to your prana. My dear friends of God, inhale up. Inhale, hold. Inhale, slight more. Exhale. Close your eyes. Be still. And just listen to all the sounds. Do not cut out any sound. Recognize the mind, even if the mind says those sounds are distracting. Just allow everything. Okay, we're going to do a second breath. Stretch out your legs. This breath allows you, we call it, to experience the zeroness, the neutrality that you brought up. This is the breath. It is like taking drugs. You do feel high. I did this for 40 days. It is to be done. This is done. 5.5 minutes with the ending. Okay, we're doing that. Okay. This I usually feel high a bit like a kite at the end. It's a very simple one. Left hand, right thumb block, right nostril. This is the second last breath. Okay. You can practice this till the end of your days. Choose one of them. If you're not very disciplined and you're struggling, choose one. Do one practice. Ek Oankar. Merge in that one practice. The one will bring you to all the kriyas. But choose one, heart, mind, soul in it. Watch this. You inhale long and deep through the left nostril. Then you enjoy the inhaled breath for a while. Allow yourself to enjoy it. Don't exhale straight away. Then you exhale through the mouth powerfully. We are only doing this about 5.5 minutes and there's an ending. Right thumb blocks right nostril. Fingers up like an antenna. Body very straight. My dear friends, this is how it is. Carry on. If you haven't taken drugs, this is it. Allow yourself to sit straight. Inhale long and deep through your left nostril. Looking in between your eyebrows. Enjoy the gap before you exhale. We won't do it long, I give you my word. But go deep. Your four fingers together and straight. This is very good to release anxiousness and tension. Yeah, you can exhale powerfully and allow yourself to enjoy the sensation of the breath. We are only doing for another 3 minutes. Allow every sound to bring you to the 0 point. Allow all the sounds around you to bring you to a meditative space that is always within you, always. You are doing very well. Not long more. So beautiful. My dear friends, last 60 seconds, 1 minute rehna basa. Now, the last few, you inhale all the way, you feel it in your third eye point. Allow, give the space before the exhale. Yeah, very good. Keep going. Last 3 cycles, not long. Go deep with your heart. My dear friends of God, let's do the last one together. Exhale. All right, everyone, inhale long and deep. Still your body, the temple of God, and feel whatever the scriptures describe. This is within you. Feel it. Exhale. All right, everyone, the last part of this breath kriya, you interlock your hands like that. Inhale up. Stretch up, up. Stretch. Exhale. Come sitting like that, or like that, or like that, and be still for a moment. And just be still. And just allow. I'm not going to tell you to be like do stillness. I'm suggesting to you, be still. Okay, you can come out. Gurmukh Kaur is teaching. She's really smart. I am happy, I am good is everyone's dilemma, because no one is telling themselves they are good nowadays. We always put ourselves down, the first part. Then we go to positive, then neutral. She understands the disease of the times. This is the most simple and nice affirmation. I am happy, I am good. All right, let's relax first. Stretch on your legs, hands back, shake and relax. While you're relaxing, any question or you want to share anything while we're doing this? Anybody? Take a few moments, then just listen to that, and then we will do the 2 chants that I had the intention of. It is a blessing to come up and relax in this land here. Because by the grace of Guru Ramdas, I've been coming up more or less for 30 years. But this year I asked, like, why am I coming up? Like to spend an air ticket for Malaysia, Singapore. I see my friends going to Italy, Rome, like the same tickets we could have gone somewhere. But when you finally arrive at this land, you are getting something that many don't, I'll be honest with you. The land relaxes you and heals you. And the dreams here, because I know my dreams in Singapore, Malaysia, the dreams when I stay on this land is very different. It allows the subconscious to spew out old stuff. Atarti blessed her. And it is true what Kirtan was sharing. Yogi Bhajan felt the land and it was offered to him. They came with a price, but it's the land also. All right, my dear friends, we will do 2 meditations. My style is, I keep it interesting for you. You've done a lot. We won't do it for long. But then at home, I will give a suggestion to have a practice time, and then something can build. I'm going to suggest to you a practice for your home from this class after this, so that you can have a reference point and you can start to have an experience. And if there's a sadhana you're already doing, then do that. You don't need to take my suggestion. But there's something you should be doing every day. Okay, we're going to do the Mool Mantra. Every personal guru of these times, the coaches, are describing the present moment. Guru Nanak gave the state of the present moment, merge, zero, shunya, neutral in the Mool Mantra. Guru Nanak said, Ek Oankar. You're telling the mind in the beginning, for a mind like mine that had sexual repression, you are telling the mind, Ek! Because my mind was, this lady, that guy, or your mind is in this fantasy of life, right? It's a very nice movie I would create, and I would enjoy these fantasies that sometimes will be a pain in the butt for your life, right? But the mantra who deals with the fantasies. You are telling the mind, Ek! See, Guru Nanak, Ek! Om! The entire earth, the planet, the animals in movement, Kar, always moving. Then Sat, this state, Sat. You experience the truth and it set you free, but the sound current is Na. You recognize the truth and then you relax into it. They say it's Sat. Sat, the truth that Na. It relaxes you. It relaxes your story, your fantasy, your grip. It starts to relax. It works on the stories of the mind. Over time, it clean. Then you come to the neutral space. What over time they call it Shunya, zero, Buddha. Ekonkar Satnam Karta Purk, right? The doer. Nirpo, no fear, this element of Nirpo. Then you come to this experience where your fear, the energy is changed. Nirpo, nirvair. You don't feel a distance with yourself. So Guru Nanak could connect with everyone and there was no enmity to it. Nirpo, nirvair. Akaal, beyond time and space. Kal, Akaal. Akaal Murat, Thwada Mu Rabhavarga. We call it the image of God. You were created. Akaal Murat. In Punjabi, Mu means face. Rat, you embody it. You contain it. Akaal Murat. Thwada Mu Rab Varga. Your face, your body is in that image, that essence. Akaal Murat. You go on, you research it. Ajuni, Saipang, Guru Prasad, Japa, chant, Art Sach, Jugat Sach, Happy Sach. You should chant what the meaning is to you. First, you read the literal meaning. Then you chant daily. Then the inner meaning also appears for you, to you. What it means to you. but it brings you to the present, the mool mantra, the root, the present moment. We're going to chant this, then I'm going to do one chant that I've shared with, and Kirtan and I have reflected many times, my favorite, the Gotka chant, the master key meditation. Ek Onkar Satgur Prasad Ek Onkar. We're going to do it 3 minutes, and I will end the class, will open up. So it's easy for you. Okay. Let's do Mool Mantra for about 3 minutes. You chant it daily if you want. You check out the meaning for yourself. You can write in a diary, but then you surrender that idea of the meaning. Then when you chant daily, the meaning comes to you too. So you're going to bridge it from the intellectual translation, feel it in your chant. But you need a reference point to start with for the mind. Because Guru Nanak breaks all the stories. And then he does not deny them. Nanak, Yogiji said, Kise nu nani kehna. He never said no to anybody. You're not denying someone's story. Neither you're saying it's true, neither you're saying it's wrong. You're just present. You know? And in that presence, that you're present, they start to heal also, if they can just tell you their story. Let's do Mool Mantra. Let's do it in a simple way. Then I have a suggestion for a home practice. It was taught in Sahaj Yoga, but we do it like that. So let's do it in one breath, my friends. Let me just experiment one time. Ek Onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirpau Nirvair Akaal Murat Ajuni Saipang Gur Prasad Jap. Okay, one breath will be hard. Usually you have to do faster. But let's just chant monotone. At home you can do it faster in the one breath. Okay, let's chant monotone. Any meditative posture you're comfortable with. And for your elderlies, they can sit on a chair and the feet can be flat. Or someone is sick, they can be lying in the bed, cover their head, chant with them. Okay? Let's go, my dear friends. 3 minutes of chanting. Ek Onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirpau Nirvair Akaal Murat Ajuni Saipang Gur Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach Hai Be Sach Nanaka Hosi Be Sach. Let's do this way. Mool Mantra we had Vaheguru Mool Mantra Vaheguru Ek Onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirbhau Nirvair Akaal Murat Ajuni Saipang Gur Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach Hai Be Sach Nanaka Hosi Be Sach. Vaheguru Ek Onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirbhau Nirvair Akaal Murat Ajuni Saipam Gur Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach Hai Be Sach Nanaka Hosi Be Sach. Vaheguru Ek Onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirbhau Nirvair Akaal Murat Ajuni Saipang Gur Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach Hai Be Sach Nanaka Hosi Be Sach. Vaheguru Ek Onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirbhau Nirvair Ajuni Saipang Gur Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach है भी सच, नानक होसी भी सच, वाहेगुरु। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख, निरभउ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत, आजुनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप। आद सच जुगाद सच, है भी सच, नानक होसी भी सच, वाहेगुरु। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख, निरभउ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत, आजुनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप। आद सच जुगाद सच, है भी सच, नानक होसी भी सच। Last three cycle. एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख, निरभउ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत, आजुनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप। आद सच जुगाद सच, है भी सच, नानक होसी भी सच, वाहेगुरु। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख, निरभउ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत, आजुनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप। आद सच जुगाद सच, है भी सच, नानक होसी भी सच, वाहेगुरु। लास्ट साइकिल। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख, निरभउ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत, आजुनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप। आद सच जुगाद सच, है भी सच, नानक होसी भी सच, वाहेगुरु। Inhale. Bring it in between your eyebrows. Be still there for a few moments. Allow the senses to feel everything. Exhale and allow yourself to be still. Give yourself full permission to be still few moments. And just listen to everything. There are few bodies about listening. Listening heals. Be still and listen. Alright, inhale and exhale. You can stretch on your legs, you can do whatever stretch. You can just sit like that for just take your time to stretch. As you're stretching and relaxing, we will soon go into the second 3-minute meditation and then I'm ending off. While you're relaxing, relax and listen. This is called the Gotka chant. Yogi Ji also call it the master key meditation. It can be done in 2 ways. I will share the way that I have been chanting, so I have an experience in myself to stand by it that I can teach you because I'm doing it daily. But I'll give a second way if it's too intense for you. This mantra cuts through very powerfully negativity and the negating story of yourself. It stops it in the track, it neutralizes it and takes you to super positivity. But then it doesn't allow you to just dangle in positivity. It takes you into the sensation of neutrality, shonna, 0 point. So this mantra does that. And if one experience a lot of negativity around you or within you, in whatever environment you're in, this has a way to change that story in you and around you. It has a very powerful way. I'm going to show you, it's done in Indra Nitri posture. It's this way. And the mantra is Ek Oankar, Sat Guru Prasad, Ek Oankar. The mantra is, I'll chant it later so you can listen. Then you join in Ek Oankar, Sat Guru Prasad, Ek Oankar. 3 of the Banis of the Panch Bani starts Ek Oankar, Sat Guru Prasad. The Puratan Nityaneams are Ek Oankar, Sat Guru Prasad, Sri Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. With this mantra, Ek Oankar Sat Guru Prasad, Sri Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Everywhere victory. This mantra brings that. It brings the cutting through and victory. It's a very powerful mantra. Secondly, Yogi Ji suggested, he says, don't say negative stuff with this mantra. But I will also say, don't have fear that because of that you don't do this chant. You do it daily, but straight after, don't negate anyone, just for a while. And the habit will take over you. You don't need to fear the mantra. The mantra is from the mouth of the Guru. So it is the Guru that will bless you to chant and bring you to the states. This is a very powerful Guru mantra also. Like the Guru really shines through. In all the mantras in Sri Guru Granth Sahib, this has a very powerful connotation. Do it reverently. Do it from your heart. That's the suggestion of this chant. Do it reverently. Okay? I've been doing this 3 minutes every day. I just touched 15 years 2 days ago. And it's moved everything for me. When people are panicking, freaking out, it's just allowed a space. I still have my panic and freaks out, but it kind of solves many things for me. And I do it as my 3rd or 4th meditation in the morning. I'll do 2, 3 before. So because I know it's so powerful, 3 minutes for me is enough. I chant it like a bit of an insane, enthusiastic and passionate man. So at home I do it loud and from my navel, and I do it love and gusto. So I'll show it to you. You will do it for 3 minutes. Then you can come up with an affirmation if you want and do it straight after. Okay, let me show you the chant. You're relaxed, then we're going to do the chant as an experience. And then we'll end off. Okay, if you have questions or what. This mantra was suggested in the Indra Nitri for me. I do it this way, my dear friends. Ek Oankar, Sat Guru Prasad, Ek Oankar. 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 The ek is from the navel. Just pull in and then it will come out naturally as you chant, then ek again. Later, I will suggest a second way to do it. If you find it's too intense for you, there's a more subtle way. You can do either way. I've committed by the grace of Guru Ramdas to do it until the day I pass away. I do not want to miss it because it solved my life very powerfully. So it's a drug to me, it's solving it. I'm not going to skip it. So when I started, I said till the day I pass away, 3 minutes every day of my life. Like what you mean with gusto, you know. So yeah. Then I will do an affirmation, then I sit a few moments in silence. Let's have an experience, then we can contemplate or question in God. So, any question for you're sitting, your hands are like grabbing the kneecaps, and pulling the navel. If as a woman, the days you're having your cycle, go more subtle on the navel. Pregnant woman, no heavy navel stuff. And I'll show the alternate. Okay? Here we go, my friends. I will start, you can watch, see, if you're not sure, then join me. And we will only do it for 3 minutes. At home, please have your head covered. It's very sacred. But take you to a very sacred sensation too. So honor it. Okay, here we go. Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar. 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 Ek Omkar Sat, very beautiful, with love, go for it.
Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar. Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad.
We will only do 3 minutes. You have done 30 seconds.
Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar.
Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar. Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad,
Ek Omkar.
Last 2 minutes.
Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar. Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar. Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar. Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar.
Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar. Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad.
Ek Omkar.
Less than a minute left. Heart, mind, soul.
Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar. 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 Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad.
Last 4 cycles with your heart.
Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar. Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar.
Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar. Last. Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad, Ek Omkar. Inhale. Look in between your eyebrows, the crown part of your head, and allow the mantra. Just allow it. Exhale and relax. Bring your hands in prayer pose. Don't do a prayer, allow a prayer. Allow it. Allow the highest prayer to happen. The highest thought, the highest feel. Allow it. It will happen very naturally, don't worry. Just allow. Thank you very much. It is that powerful. It's simple, deep, with love and sincerity. Now you can relax. I'll show you the subtle way you can do. You could do it like that. Cup of prayer. Eyes closed and you can just monotone. You can use less navel, like you can sing it to yourself. Ek Omkar Satgur Prasad, Satgur Prasad. Ek Omkar. Ek Omkar. Through the closed eyes, you're looking at your hands. It's a subtle way of doing it. Or, last suggestion, you could sit Dhyan Mudra and chant monotone. For me, my favorite was done in the Indra Nitri posture. According to Yogiji, Guru Nanak Sahib gave it to his son first, and Baba Siri Chand mastered it. And it also, in these times when people psychically project a negativity to you, it protects you, it creates an energy field. It cuts through it very easily. The mantra does it. You don't need to worry. The power is in the mantra. Now, because Yogiji had said, after this meditation, say high words, elevating words. So I said, when I was young, I had sexual abuse. I'm talking about my old stories. I always felt I wasn't good enough. My dad compared me to my cousins. Your cousin is doing well in school, you are not. That comparing and compete story. So I used to feel really bad. So I said, okay, why don't I come with the highest words of crowning myself, and I'll do it straight after the meditation. I was sharing with Kirtan that day. So I came up with these words. And I had the experience in my own way of Guru Ram Das. So to me, straight after doing 3 minutes, and I'm sharing something personal to me. By the grace of Guru Ram Das Ji, I am Guru Ram Das Ji's living, powerful, abundant, prosperous, wealthy, awakened saint. By the grace of Guru Ram Das Ji, I am Guru Ram Das Ji's living, powerful, abundant, prosperous, wealthy, awakened saint. And I'll do it 3 times for my navel. Anthony Robbins calls it incantations, where you use your whole body, you incant. But you might say an affirmation, by the grace of Guru Gobind Singh, I am blessed. It's something simple, but you can crown yourself with the highest words. Your words are also a Shabad. What you commonly say will come true. So that is why in the power of awareness of words, we over time try not to negate anyone. And the very successful people in my life that I hang out with, I know someone in Malaysia who's very close. He very rarely negates people or puts someone down, but he's very successful. Very rarely I've heard him gossip. And Jasmir told me, Yogi Panjan in UK, like sometimes people gossip. Yogiji will just slip out. Whenever it starts to negate or gossip, he will just move away. And successful people do that, prosperous. They don't get in putting down someone and you join in, They don't normally do that. This mantra makes you aware of words. Ekonkar, state of oneness, by the grace of the true teacher, Satgur Prasad. Satgur Prasad Ekonkar. This mantra brings you to a state of deep focus. The state of oneness, by the grace of the true teacher, by the grace of the true teacher, the state of oneness is a very self-crowning, blessing mantra that you can practice. Any question or anything you want to share about this? Anything? You can relax. If not, I'm going to go around and ask you all to share something for a minute. Let it come naturally. Before that, anyone got anything to ask or share? Yes, Mante.
I like the way you communicate because you're using hand gestures. You're speaking very powerfully, alright? You're putting emphasis on certain words, and I see your facial expressions, so it's very captivating. I really enjoyed this workshop. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, by nature, I speak aloud. My family always used to speak very loud. Guru Jaswan, my wife, comes from a soft family. Punjabi's normal communication feels like we are fighting, but we are not. We are loud. So when she married me, she said, "Why is your family like always fighting?" I said, "No, we speak like that with gusto." My dad was counterintelligence chief. He was a master of words. He could tell if you're lying. I could never lie in front of my father. I could never do that. And neither could I do it in front of Yogi Bhajan. So I had two people like that could tell that you're lying. You know, they will sniff and see the lie. And my dad, when he passed away, the intelligence officers came and the president of Singapore came and said to my mom, he said, any lying mission we could never send Karam Singh, my father, but the hard missions we used to send him. But anything that involved lying, we knew but he was known for honesty in the counterintelligence department, where sometimes you got to concord a story. My father could not lie to save his life, but he was known for that in the department. You know. So this thing came from my dad. He was quite a naval guy by nature, and then Yogi Bhajan shared with us, engage your navel all the time. But the other thing about navel doesn't mean you all the time, hi Mantik, how are you? Like sometimes it can be like, hi Mantik, are you alright? But it's still from the navel. Take care. Sadhana. But you see, I'm still doing it from the navel, but resonate the sound. Okay, enough for that. Thank you, Mantik is affirming to me. Harnal, 1 minute, share something. We are ending off. Anything you want.
I like these brief things that we can do to change our energy around. It's helpful to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Kirtan, anything for a minute.
Yeah, it's great to have one meditation that you can do just 3 minutes. It builds your confidence, it builds your consistency, it builds your experience of having that constant in life. So, good teachings. Thank you.
Mantik for a minute. Anything, it doesn't have to be about the class, you have a minute. Anything you want to share, 1 minute, go ahead. If a bit longer, also fine, but go. Share something.
Can you come back to me?
Sure. Paisa, share something, please.
Yes.
Anything.
Blessed to be here. I released a lot of trauma in the white tantra.
Okay.
So my body's healing.
Yeah.
It's blessed to be this time.
Beautiful. Last night I spew a lot of dreams out of the tantric, like some intense ones. But Yogiji said it happens like that. Anything you want to share, go ahead. Anything. Doesn't have to be just about the class. Something, please.
I usually, I was drawn to the Mool mantra. I'm not well versed in Sikhism. I have a friend who just recommended me to look into it. But I was drawn to it for the last 3 weeks, and I've been playing it every day. And so I'm in the words, and I feel that I'm really excited that was part of this. It's something I need right now.
Yeah.
And thank you, because I like the idea how these maneuvers are helping me to focus on what I want, and it came out of me is that neutral mind. And I can find that place in what you've taught today. So
Yeah.
thank you.
And I would suggest to you that don't feel it's a religion with a Sikh, because the mantras will bring out your true self, your higher self, that is not religious too, but your highest self. So the Mool mantra will bring that out. It is a very spiritual, it works, the mantras. It's these perfect sounds that work. So you bring out your highest self, which is a Sikh, and everyone to us, whether the Buddha, like you, it brings up the highest origin of you. So don't feel the fear of like a story of it. We'll end off here. Yeah. Yes, you said back to you. Thank you, Kirtan. Hanji,
I thought I was gonna get away with it.
just share something. Like I said, maybe it's a story of your life, maybe a friend. I said it doesn't have to be about the class, but please share something.
No, I want to correlate to everything that's going on here. It's my first time here, and this is a very new experience. Because I grew up as a Sikh, I have been into a practice of meditation and reading prayers. But this side, like the yoga and the postures and the breathing and all that, is very new to me, and I came in with the open mind to learn. And while doing certain postures and all that, you have thoughts in your mind like, what is this? What am I doing, right? To be frank.
Of
And
course.
then my head starts hurting, I'm like, I just gotta get up. I can't stick to it. Because it's something I haven't been introduced to first. Because what pulled me in was, I feel like the Sikhi aspect, how everybody's in Bana, everybody's saying terms I'm familiar with, just the community, the environment. I enjoyed that. And this aspect, if you want to share something more about it, how does it correlate? Because I've never heard yoga and all these practices in Sikhi from the Gurus, from the start of that.
Okay, yoga means yoga, to union. There were many Punjabi Sikh saints that practiced, like now in Sur Singh is Baba Avtar Singh. His father was Baba
Yes.
Daya Singh. He did bow lotus every day, daily. You catch him in the photo postures. So anyway, Baba Ishwar Singh of Rara Sahib did it. You'll see him sudden the hair down. Nanak Saris will have their postures to you. You need to research their photos. But that's just one side. Yoga means to unite, to become one, to yoga, I can understand what you're sharing, me coming from culturally Punjabi. But for me, I was in a point of a life that I was inspired by Yogi Ji. And I needed someone like that in my life for me. But for me, the experience has been to recognize my body is a temple. Because in the past, as a teenager, I really flaunted myself around and I kind of messed around very heavily. So to be able to sit in these postures and experience, wow, har mandar is sharir hai. The body is the temple of God. And one thing, I started very little slow in the early days. I would just do 15 minutes of long Ekunkar with the yoga set. I did small, but I started doing it every day. Then the body got used to it. The tantric, the first time I died in it. I cried the first week, but I would feel sleepy. Like I couldn't keep up. But I knew I couldn't keep up, and I recognized with that. So that's all. You just recognize you can't do it, but you're in there. Yogi Ji did say something, it's just like a Sikh too. You're not going to go bow to the Guru without the grace there. You're not going to sit in a tantric line without you being chosen already. The tantric line also chooses you. So even if you just sit there, do what you can and don't do what you can't, and you sit there, the energy moves like that, and you just, then the combined energy at the end will clean you, and subconsciously will clean you. So even you just sitting in the line is something. That's what I learned in the beginning, and I started doing bit by bit. It was very hard, but I did recognize that I just needed this. Because I was suffering in Singapore. There was an emptiness to the school system, emptiness to people telling me you need to be a good Sikh, and then making me feel like I'm a sinner all the time. So the yoga and the meditation allowed me to experience myself and allowed me to experience what sin means, what guilt is. It allowed me to experience and let go of my self-defeating story. It's really not worth it. then it was through the yoga. But then when I researched Guru Gobind Singh's language, he's saying the same thing in Dasambani, in Sarablo. If you start to research, he said, my God, he's describing that same state where you arrive to that state, you know. And Guru Gobind Singh was Rishi Dushtaman. So he did that in his past life for very, very long. He went to a tantric master, Banda Singh Bahadur, to do the wars, because he chose very specific people that he reached out to. Then each person had a role. One did Seva, one was the Udasis, one was Banda Singh Bahadur, because of his mastery. But this is something I cannot give you an answer. All I can say is you will experience it within you. I would just say do little by little. Yogiji said small is all. So do little bit every day. In that it will start to bend time and space. Because a little 3 minutes when I join, I'm starting with 3 minutes. It's a finite time. But when I'm doing this mantik for 3 minutes, Ek Onkar, Satgur Prasad, Satgur, that one time already, you're going beyond the time and space. Then you're going beyond the 3 minutes in the 3 minutes. You're putting so much love that it will bend the 3 minutes. Then later on, it is by grace of Guru, you'll sit longer or shorter. It doesn't matter, but you got that daily thing, you know. This answer will come within you over time. And I think you know it, you know. With the style that you are on, you are able to research the few grunts and it's got all the same answers.
Nand Sahib talks about the 10th gate.
Yeah.
You know, and Sri Guru Granth Jayadev's Bani's talks of it as a pranayam, Sudarshan Chakra Kriya.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's in there.
All through the Guru's writings, it talks about yogic principles. So the Gurus were very in tune with yogic practices. Otherwise, that language would not be there. They talk about the 3 gunas, the 5 tattvas. They discuss it all. There's a reason that it's there. They were knowledgeable of it.
Okay, I'll end off with...
Now it's got lost. It got lost.
Yes. Then British came into India, and then, you know, first thing British did feel that the Sikhs were very powerful, so the only way is to come up with a plan to confuse them.
But the Sikhs did it to themselves also.
Yeah, fair. That's true. Kirtan is right.
But they had to. They had to do it in order to keep their identity.
Yeah.
And then there came a point where it was too much astrology, too much mysticism, and, you know, it went to. That's what Guru Nanak spoke about against.
Yeah.
That's what he did not like. Was that, you know, all of the superstitions and going to astrologers and going and worshiping the devas and deities. That's not going to bring you. That's what Guru Nanak spoke against. Not against the yoga. Yeah.
Do you have any tips to get rid of the mental stories?
Gutka chant, this one.
Yeah.
But tune in Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Tune in. Maybe do some yoga. You could do 5 times Mool Mantra. Do it that way we did. Mool Mantra Vaheguru do 5 times or 3 Mool Mantra. Then do that 3 minutes every day. Gutka chant. It will work with the stories. Okay, I'm going to end off with a commercial announcement. We are here a Sikh Dharma International booth tent. Get involved with us. The usual thing I would say is, you know, find out about our organization, donate money. But beyond that, Mantek and y'all, if y'all can participate with us, get involved with us. the Sikh Dharma International, the website, check it out. If there's a way you can, you can be in touch, me, Kirtan Singh, Omkar, get involved. Figure a way how you can be involved. This needs to spread in its own way and its own time, but figure something how you can do it. So anyway, that was the commercial announcement. We'll end off with May the Long Time and one long Sadhana and a Fateh. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Inhale. Sadhana. Thank you, Guru Nanak Ji, for this grace. Thank you. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.